Let's start on Gen 5 then. Honestly, don't know much about Gen 5. I don't even know what, I think Gen 5 is black and white. I don't even know what the starters are in that game. Gen 5 and Gen 6 I basically skipped. Victini, unlimited supply of energy inside its body, which it shares with those who touch it. Eating Victini should count as a performance enhancer, man. Let's not think about it too much. I'll put you in healthy snacks. Snivy, I think you're just like a grass lizard, right? I feel like that would put you in very healthy food category. Typic line, yeah. You're a pig, you're gonna go in everyday meals, honestly. Oshwa line is just water otter, so I put you in emergency rations. And now I don't know these Pokemon. What is this? Is like a rat. I don't know what the name of this Pokemon is. It's like Junker? No, that's Overwatch. Pat Rat. Okay. Emergency rations. I've seen this Pokemon before, this sort of doggish Pokemon. I don't know it very well. It is a dog though, so put you in emergency rations. Purple Cat. I really don't know these Pokemon, honestly, at all. Elemental Monkeys. Yeah, I put the Elemental Monkeys in like, questionably ethical, honestly. This weird thing, this weird like, this thing that kind of looks like a piggy bank. I don't even know what's its name. It's like a dream Pokemon though, right? I'm pretty sure. Muna and Misharna, okay. Mixed dream smoke. Okay, that sounds like drugs. Muna, like drowsy, seems to share some inspiration from the myth of the Baku appear-like creatures that eat dreams. Okay, it sounds like drugs. Drugs you go, man. This weird, like, pigeon-looking Pokemon, honestly, everyday meals. Almost every bird Pokemon is gonna end up in there. Zebra-looking Pokemon, I guess you go in emergency rations. It's like this weird little rock Pokemon that has like a little nubbin on its head. I feel like you're probably just an edible. Oh, I know this one. This one is like Woobat? Woobat? It's just a bat, I guess? What is your typing? Psychic Flying, okay. I do guess, like, because you are a bat though, I'd put you in potentially unhygienic. You're cute though. I don't know what this mole Pokemon is. I do think if it's like a multi-Pokemon, like it's definitely edible then. I feel like since you have like these big old claws, I'll put you in like only some parts are edible maybe. I really don't know these Pokemon. What is this? I know this is like a fairy type Pokemon. Is this Audino? I feel like just by merit of it being like a fairy type. Wait, is it a fairy type? No, you're normal type. You do seem very like fairy. Yeah, okay, no, your mega form is normal fairy. You seem very fairy aligned. I feel like you would be junk food, but I don't think you have like the innate healing abilities that maybe the innate healing abilities that Chansey has though. So maybe that puts it in emergency rations then. Timber, okay. Fighting type Pokemon. I think I'll just put you guys in emergency rations, honestly. It's hard to figure these out. This guy that looks like a tadpole. What are your Pokedex entries? Shoot paralyzing liquid from their head bombs, use vibration to hurt their opponents. Okay. I'd probably put Timple like everyday meals. Frog is fine. Frog is fine. Frog is quite good. But I'd put Seismitoad because of the paralyzing liquid stuff into like potentially unhygienic if you don't clean it correctly. These like red and blue dudes, what are you? Are these like rock type Pokemon? No, they're fighting type. Just put them in the questionably ethical category. I think I know what this one is called. I think this one is like Sewaddle or something. I'd probably put that entire line under emergency food then. It's like another bug type Pokemon, Venipede. Its bite injects a potent poison enough to paralyze large bird Pokemon that try to prey on it. this will probably kill you if you eat it. I think this next Pokemon here is like Cottony. I feel like Cottony and Whimsicott would taste like cotton candy, honestly. It doesn't look like cotton candy, but the fact that it's fairy type makes me think that way. I'd at least try it. You were in Pokemon Arceus, but I forgot your names already. Petilil, okay. Leaves on its head grow right back even if they fall out. These bitter leaves refresh those who eat them. Sounds like a healthy snack. What type of fish is Basculin? Bass. Okay, then absolutely edible. 100%. You can eat that. we love a good bass here. I think it's also piranha-like. Piranhas are also edible, I'm pretty sure. I've seen this Pokemon before, but I don't know its name. It's like a ground dark type lizard. Definitely edible. How edible, though? Probably put you in emergency rations. This Pokemon line that sort of looks like a Daruma doll. Darmatian has like 2 different forms, right? Yeah, it does. Is that like a reference to, in Japan, Red Light, Green Light is called, Daruma-san karu koronda? Which means, Daruma-san fell over? Is that like a reference to Japanese, Red Light, Green Light then? God, what is that one, I don't remember if it was like a manga or like a live action, Japanese live action series. Kind of like Squid Game, but it had like more like supernatural elements to it. It was like a bunch of kids, who were like at school at this one time. Suddenly their teacher's head explodes, and outside, and like a Daruma doll comes out of its head and then starts playing, Daruma-san Koronda with all the students, and if they failed, they died. Is this line edible or not? I feel like this line is almost inedible, actually. If I can harden into like a stone form, or maybe I'll just like put them in like some parts are edible. Actually, I think go into a stone form. That brings Clay Chicken, the beggar's chicken, back to mind. So I'm putting you in gourmet meal, actually. There's also its Galarian form here as well. Galarian Darmaka just seem to be like based off of snowmen, right? If Galarian Darmaka is just based off a snowman, I feel like they'd be almost tasteless then. I think kind of the way I want to do this. You can stay gourmet meal, but Zen mode can be put in maybe like some parts are edible. See another Pokemon that looks like a cactus. Maractus. Okay. Cactus. Once a year, this Pokemon scatters its seeds. They're jam-packed with nutrients, making them a precious food source out in the desert. Okay, so 100% edible. Healthy. This hermit crab-looking Pokemon can easily melt holes in hard rocks with a liquid secreted from its mouth. I feel like they're definitely edible, but because it is a bug-type Pokemon with an exoskeleton, not much of it is actually going to be edible, so put you in like only some parts are edible. Scraggly, I'm pretty sure is your name. Nope, just Scraggy. Okay. Skin has a rubbery elasticity. It can reduce damage, okay, by pulling its skin up to its neck. It's probably definitely edible. But what level of edible? Probably just put it in emergency rations, actually. A lot of these like Pokedex entries do say a lot about its shed skin, and I can't help but think of like you know, like Chichiron. Like specifically salmon Chichiron. You like peel off the skin of like a salmon, and then you just heat it up, it just puffs off like Chichiron. I've never actually had it, but you know, I don't know what this Pokemon is. Siglif, okay. Windchime or Totem Pole, okay. I feel like you guys would be inedible, honestly. Yeah, I don't think there's anything about you guys that would immediately point y'all out as edible in any sense, in any way or form. Yeah, mask, okay. Rose from the spirits of people, I feel like these guys are just inedible. You know, ghost type, holding an artifact. Turtle Pokemon. Sea turtle, they're definitely edible. Kind of fucked up if you eat them, but they are edible. So put them in emergency rations, I think. This flying type fossil Pokemon as well. I guess we'll go in emergency rations as well. The garbage Pokemon, I think. I think it's Trubbish and Garbodor? Inhaling the gas they belch will make you sleep for a week. They prefer unsanitary places. Combination of garbage bags and industrial waste caused a chemical reaction that created this Pokemon. Wanting more garbage, they follow people who litter. They always belch poison gas. I feel like they would just kill you if you eat them, honestly. Zoraline. Zoraline is definitely edible. I think I would just put like regular Zora under emergency rations, but Hisui and Zora. I think I'd honestly put Hisui and Zora also under emergency rations. Be kind of fucked up if you eat them, but you know. This Pokemon that kind of looks like a chinchilla. Definitely edible. Probably not my first choice in food though. The Scofflolita sort of looking Pokemon I feel like would probably go in the unethical category. This weird little slimy looking Pokemon. A little slime ball. As their bodies are enveloped in a special liquid, they can survive in any environment. Okay. Wait. It says drinking the liquid surrounding Ranunculus grants wisdom. Problem is, the wisdom is highly toxic to anything beside Ranunculus itself. Okay, then it would probably kill you if you eat it. I see another bird-type Pokemon, hold on. It is a duck. You know what they say about ducks? Gourmet meals. Peking duck. Delicious. I see the ice cream Pokemon. Vanilla, what is up with you other than looking at ice cream? Like, it looks like ice cream. Does it taste like ice cream? Does it actually, like, taste sweet? Or does it taste like, just, I don't know, frost? By drinking pure water, it grows its icy body. It'd be hard to find on days with warm, sunny weather. Okay. Doesn't say anything about how it tastes. It's only an ice type. It doesn't say anything about, like, tasting sweet or anything. So I think like its Pokedex entries that would imply that it would have any like sweetener in its body. Its body just seems to be made entirely out of ice and snow, so land. Deerling. I'm pretty sure these guys are just deer, right? I feel like deerling would just be everyday meals. Venison. I love it. Flying swirl Pokemon. Put you in like emergency rations. Carablast, bug-type Pokemon. Spits a liquid from its mouth to melt through Shelmet's shell. Carablast doesn't eat the shell, it eats only the contents. Okay. Yeah, they're potentially unhygienic since you spray acid, apparently. Then your evolution. A Scavler. Probably just put you in, like... Only some parts are edible then. I see Among Us. Lures people in with its Pokeball pattern, release poison spores. Okay. Spores released from this Pokemon's hands are highly poisonous. When thoroughly dried, the spores can be used as stomach medicine. Okay. I don't think they'd quite kill you, especially if like you dry out the spores and use them as medicinal properties, so probably put them in like potentially unhygienic for that. Ghost jellyfish. Okay. Ghost jellyfish. Typically, jellyfish would end up in the bland/tasteless category. Yeah, its body is mostly seawater. It said there's a castle of ships. Jellicent has sunk on the seafloor. So yeah, probably just bland. If it's mostly seawater. Alomomola, okay. Special mucus to close the wounds of injured Pokemon. The reason for this behavior remains unknown. I feel like they'd be like a very healthy snack then. Spider. Joltex, okay. I feel like they're definitely edible, but not really like... You don't want to eat these guys, honestly. Put them in emergency rations. I think I've seen this Pokemon before. Ferroseed? What is its typing? Grass Steel. What are you based off of? Pokeballs, Burdocks, Cleavers, Durians, Conkers, Datura Flutes. Okay, what about your evolution? Firstborn. I feel like this Ferroseed line can actually be quite edible. Like, probably if like you break out like their metal exterior, they're edible on the inside, so I'll put them in. Some parts are edible. This steel type Pokemon, I'm pretty sure you're 100% inedible. Tynamo, okay. They seem to be based on eels, which makes them extremely edible in my book. I do like eel. Eel is so good. I love me some good eel. Algem, okay. Psychic type. Alien sort of Pokemon, I guess. Little green man, I guess. LGM, okay. That makes sense. Would you eat an alien species? I don't know how intelligent they are. but I think I'll just put them in emergency rations for now. They are just psychic type, so... Next is what? Litwick. Feel like you cannot eat these. You cannot eat a candle. You can't eat a freaking... What is this? A chandelier? Inedible. Axioline, what are you? I feel like Axioline is definitely edible. I think. What type are you? Dragon type. It doesn't really say anything except for its tusks, though. You guys based off of dinosaurs? Okay. I'll put you guys in like emergency rations, I think. What is this? Cup shoe. Little bear. It is just a bear. Eat it. Cryogonal, okay. Temperature goes up, it turns into steam and vanishes. When the temperature lowers, it returns to ice. They are born in snow clouds. Okay, they sound very bland or tasteless right now. Put you in bland. Shelmet. I feel like I'll put you... Probably some parts are edible. Then a Celigore. Body dries out, it weakens, wraps a membrane around itself for protection while it spits poison. Okay. You in like potentially unhygienic then. Stunfisk. You just seem to be a flatfish. Skin is very hard, so it's unhurt even if stepped on by sumo wrestlers. It smiles when transmitting electricity. It's basically like a flounder, I'm pretty sure. And I've eaten flounder before, so... Put you into like everyday meals. But Galarian Stunfisk. Put you in like some parts are edible. Mianfu. Designed after an ermine and the user Kung Fu, based on the Kamaitachi, a weasel yokai with sharp claws, okay. I feel like you're still definitely edible though. Let's put you in emergency food. Dredigon. Dredigon appears to be based on the red-headed rock. Agama, okay. I feel like you can eat this still. Dredigon, you can go into emergency rations, I think. Golite and Golem, ground ghost Pokemon. Pretty sure, Golurk is probably not edible then. Poniard. Blades comprise this Pokemon's entire body. If battling dulls the blades, it sharpens them on stones by the river. Okay. Sounds, pretty inedible then. Yeah, these guys are probably inedible. Too many blades. Buffalant. Okay, buffalo, I guess. Yeah, probably definitely edible. Probably like everyday meal edible. I think that's Rufflet. Yeah, just birds, everyday meals. Birds are just extremely edible. Next is a vulture-looking Pokemon, Vullaby. Probably just as edible, honestly. So next is Heatmore. A fire-type Pokemon looks like a fire anteater. I feel like it's definitely edible. Probably like emergency rations level of edible. Durant. Can't eat ants. But the fact that they're steel ants. These are probably basically inedible. Dino line. Dino is so friend-shaped. I feel like it's definitely edible, but what level of edible is it? Put them in emergency rations as well. Larvesta. I put probably Larvesta and Volcarona in like potentially unhygienic, maybe? I don't know. Swords of Justice Pokemon, they do kind of look like deers. They do kind of look like they're probably edible. They look like deer, they look like deer, they look like deer. I'm putting them in a gourmet meal. Where's some nature? Well, they're like sort of humanoid forms. I put them in questionably ethical, but like this one right here is a bird. I'm putting it into gourmet meal, but I wouldn't eat it if it was like in a human form. I think this one, like, I think they're meant to be based off, sort of like the four principles, like Dragon of the... I don't remember how it is. I don't remember how it works. Like, you're supposed to be like a blue dragon, Azure dragon. Reshiram and Zekrom. They're sort of based off yin yang, I think. Probably put you in like, yeah, you're probably still a gourmet meal. Kyurem. I feel like Reshiram, or not Reshiram, Kyurem here might be like actually tasteless. Then it gets taste if it absorbs Kyurem, or not Kyurem, Reshiram and or Zekrom. The little guy of the Swords of Justice, Keldeo. Do also just sort of look like a horse, so I'd probably eat you, honestly. I feel like Melota might be a bit too human form. Yeah, I think I just put Melota into questionably ethical. two human-shaped Genesect. Genesect is like alien bug. It's a giant bug, basically. Maybe like the only like actual steel part is like its exoskeleton, so maybe you can eat the insides. So I'll put it on, only some parts are edible. And I think that should be all of Gen 5 then.